Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. Today, we are meeting you live on air via YouTube as part of our efforts to follow the SOP laid out by the government. Now, before we proceed, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nur Shazwani Rosland, and I'm happy to be your host for today's event. Thank you so much for joining us here today to mark yet another milestone for PMB Investment Berhad. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we are pleased to have Puan Mahani Ibrahim, the Chief Executive Officer of PMB Investment Berhad, to deliver her presentation. Please welcome.
Assalamualaikum and hi everybody. We wish you all the best of health. My name is Mahani Ibrahim, Chief Executive Officer of PMB Investment Berhad, an Islamic fund management company licensed by the Securities Commission of Malaysia, coming from Kuala Lumpur to share an exciting news with you today. Thank you for tuning in with us from wherever you are. For the past 2 years, the global economy has been facing significant challenges due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Malaysia was not an exception, and we saw the effect of the pandemic to our Bursa Malaysia, where the index dropped from 1,600 to 1,280 during MCO1, and again index was hovering around 1,500 during MCO3. Apart from the pandemic, there are also other factors such as political environment and trade tensions that have been affecting the global stock market as well. However, we are starting to see some recoveries with the rollout of the vaccination, which is one of the key drivers that led to the gradual recovery in the global trades. So PMB Investment would like to take this opportunity to ride along on the recovery path to provide our investors with diversification in their investment portfolio, and we would like to offer new opportunities that are arising within the Shariah global market as it adapts to the rapidly evolving market conditions and emerging trends. As our investors may already know, currently PMB Investment offers 16 local funds and 1 regional fund, that is PMB Shariah ASEAN Stars Equity Fund. Now is the time for us to expand our product offering beyond the region, and we are going global. So today we are proud to introduce our latest product, PMB Shariah Global Equity Fund. This fund is an excellent opportunity for investors to diversify their equity portfolio. As most fund managers would tell you, diversification is key in obtaining good and consistent returns in any investment. For investors looking to achieve capital growth over the medium to long-term period by investing in a diversified market of Sharia-compliant equities listed on the global market, then this is the fund for you. Through strategic partnership with Nasdaq Dorsey Wright (NDW), the fund will adopt NDW's investment methodology. Some of our existing top-performing funds are already using the same investment methodology and have proven good performance track records over the past few years. MSCI ACWI Islamic Index reflects Sharia investment principles and is designed to measure the performance of the large and mid-cap segments across 23 developed markets and 27 emerging markets that are relevant for Islamic investors. The index, with 625 constituents, applies stringent screening to exclude securities based on two types of criteria: business activities and financial ratios derived from the total assets to ensure Sharia compliance. So now here comes the best part. For individual investors, the minimum investment amount is 1,000 ringgit and 10,000 ringgit for institutional investors. We at PMB Investment always believe diversification is key, and there is always potential beyond borders waiting for us. For more information about our PMB Sharia Global Equity Fund, feel free to visit our website and speak with our consultants, appointed retail and corporate agents. And please make sure they are our legitimate consultants. PMB Sharia Global Equity Fund, potential beyond borders. Stay safe, everybody, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Puan Mahani Ibrahim, for an interesting presentation. Now, a lot of people are greatly impacted by the pandemic, and as we recover, it is glad that PMB Investment is able to offer new opportunities in the Sharia global markets worldwide. And now, moving right along, it is now with my great pleasure to introduce our next guest speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. J. Gregnani, the Head of Research and Client Engagement from Nasdaq Dorsey Wright, NDW, to tell us more about NDW's investment solutions and analysis. Please welcome.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. My name is Jay Gregnani with Nasdaq Dorsey Wright, and we are very excited to be here today, excited to further our partnership with PMB Investments to bring innovative investment solutions to the local markets in Malaysia. And we've been partnering with PMB Investments for many years now to provide investment solutions, and we're very excited about this most recent launch that is coming up. A quick background on Nasdaq Dorsey Wright. Dorsey Wright as a firm was founded back in 1987 in Richmond, Virginia in the United States by two gentlemen, Tom Dorsey and Watson Wright. And they started Dorsey Wright & Associates as a firm to help investors and financial professionals make more informed investment decisions in the marketplace. Today, over 30 years later, we have since been acquired by NASDAQ, and we're part of the broader NASDAQ family, but we remain true to our roots, and that is helping investors make more informed investment decisions, providing research tools and analytics as well as products to the marketplace. And what we do at Dorsey Wright is very much focus on relative strength from an investment methodology perspective, as well as utilizing technical analysis in our evaluation process. Very specifically, the form of technical analysis that we use is the point and figure method of technical analysis. And the point and figure method of technical analysis is nothing that we created. It is one simple form of technical analysis, but what it allows us to do is identify the trends in supply and demand that exist in the marketplace. And so the way that we look at technical analysis, and specifically point and figure, is it's a logical, organized way to uncover the imbalances between supply and demand in the marketplace. And we understand in day-to-day lives, we understand that at certain points of the year, that certain produce, certain fruits, certain vegetables come in and out of season. Well, the stock market does the same thing. There's some points in the market cycle where certain stocks, certain sectors are more favorable than others, and vice versa. And so what we want to do is we want to identify which trends the prevailing market winds are blowing at their backs and be invested in those stocks. And we utilize relative strength or momentum to do that. Momentum as an investment factor is an investment factor that has a lot of academic research as well as a lot of practical application in the marketplace. And we use those two words interchangeably, relative strength and momentum. But essentially what we're trying to do and attempting to do is take an inventory of securities and identify which stocks have shown the best performance trends relative to the other investments in those vehicles. And we want to continually invest in those stocks that have shown the ability to perform. And also, and probably equally as important as investing in the strong stocks, we want to make sure we have a disciplined process to remove and identify those stocks that are beginning to underperform the portfolios and get those out of the portfolios and continue to push the portfolio towards strength by those leadership trends in the marketplace. And if you're unfamiliar with relative strength or momentum investing, one way that we can think about it is using our day-to-day lives and using sports as an analogy. Sports in general, it doesn't matter if you're talking about sports that might be popular here in the US or sports that might be popular all over the world, maybe football, maybe badminton, maybe soccer or golf as an example. If we think about sports for a minute, we're all familiar with relative strength. Very simply, if you think about a sports team or a competition, each team plays every other team within their respective league. And the more games that respective team wins, the higher that team moves up the ranks. And the more games it wins, the more, the stronger that it is, the more it loses, the weaker that it is. And so we inherently understand that if teams have shown the ability to win on the field, those are the teams that are most likely able to continue to perform over time. Very similarly, those teams that are underperforming and losing games more often than not, those are the teams that are likely to continue to lose. And so we think about the stock market in the same way. We want to identify those stocks that have shown the ability, not just the potential, but the ability to outperform those others over time, and also have a systematic process in place to understand when those stocks are beginning to underperform and rotate those out of the portfolio. So we're very excited once again to be partnered with PMB Investments. We apply our methodology to a number of different investment strategies in the US as well as around the world. There's currently about 30 different exchange traded funds that track a Dorsey Wright strategy that accounts for about $9 billion US. That trade primarily here in the US as well as other markets around the world. We also have traditional managed account business that has about $4 billion tracking our strategies currently as we're recording this in September of 2021. And so we're once again excited to continue to further our partnership with PNB Investments to continue to bring innovative dynamic solutions to the market, to local markets in Malaysia. So thank you very much and look forward to talking to everybody soon.
Thank you so much, Mr. J. Gragnani. Now, indeed, NDW's unbiased and objective methodology will take all guesswork out from future investment decisions. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have with us here today a special message from the Minister of Rural Development himself, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Mahathir Khalid. Please welcome Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and greetings to all. First of all, I would like to express my appreciation to PNB Investment for inviting me to speak to you on this special day. Thank you very much indeed. Alhamdulillah, we are able to be here today to introduce the latest unit trust product by PMB Investment wholly owned subsidiary company of Pelaburan Mara Berhad, one of the pioneers in the unit trust management industry in Malaysia. Due to the new normal in the face of COVID-19, we are meeting virtually. It's a different and a noble experience for all of us. Amid a global pandemic outbreak, PMB Investment introducing another major milestone as they continue to fulfill the mandate to you, Malaysian investors, by providing easy access to global market at an affordable entry point. I'm proud to see that this company is committed to helping investors in the region to achieve growth. As investors, diversifying your investment is the act of spreading investment dollars across the range asset to reduce concentration investment risk as part of asset allocation strategy. PMB Investment is to help connect you with investment opportunities around the world as you diversify your portfolios into the global equities. With his vast experience in unit trust management, I'm confident that PMB Investment is able to provide reasonable return to you. I'm pleased to learn that PMB Investment has formed a strategic partnership with the Nasdaq Dorsey Wright, the NDW, a subsidiary of Nasdaq and the leading advisor to Wall Street investment managers worldwide. Several top performing funds under PMB Investment have already adopted NDW methodology, of which have given good performance. With Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, it gives me great pleasure to officially declare PMB Shariah Global Equity Fund is launched. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri 𝐜𝐨𝐧𝐭 Khalid. We are truly humbled by your support and kind words. Ladies and gentlemen, in this fast-paced, competitive world we live in today, there's always demands for investors to diversify their portfolios. Now, PMB Shariah Global Equity Fund is a great addition to all Malaysians who want to take advantage of the growing investment potential outside Malaysian shores. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our event for today. On behalf of PMB Investment Berhad, thank you all for making your time, despite your very busy schedule, to join us here today. I wish you all a pleasant day. And with that, we are proudly to announce PMB Shariah Global Equity Fund is open for all. For our friends from the media, you are invited to join us for a media online conference via the link provided.